What's up, everybody? Rick Knight back here again with another video here at The Bad Philosopher. In this video, I would like to talk about the recent events with Serena Williams. Once again, she is in the news for another situation at tennis. This time, she lost to the younger and up-and-coming star of tennis, Naomi Osaka, I believe her name is. Seems like a very pleasant young lady. I've seen a couple interviews with her. She seems like a very, very nice and pleasant person. Younger and maybe the new star of tennis. So while Serena Williams was playing a match against her, there was a couple incidents where she was being verbally abusive to the ref, and then she broke her tennis racket on the floor. She received some penalties. They pulled a point off of her, and whatever the case may be, Serena Williams eventually lost. You know, again, it shouldn't be nothing to see here. This is just a day in the life of an athlete, especially someone like Serena Williams. She's a very big deal in the sport of tennis. Anything that she does or says will reach the news because it's Serena Williams and it's a very big deal surrounding her. She's one of the premier athletes in the US and in the world. So of course, she'll always reach front page news. The problem I have with this situation is not that she, you know, was upset and she yelled at the ref and she broke the tennis racket. I mean, in a match like that, tempers flare. People get very emotional. You know, she's a serious competitor. She wants to win. She was probably maybe getting a little frustrated. She wasn't having a good day. It happens. You know, it doesn't. I don't think it reflects on Serena Williams as a person. You know, I think she just had a bad day that most of us have. My problem is when a story like this breaks, I initially jump onto social media right away because it's my chance to find an argument. It's what I love to do. So I've, of course, found an argument with two individuals. One of them backed out. One of them kept going. She's still commenting now. My phone keeps going off with a new message from Facebook about some crazy girl on the other end who's won't give up. She's turned this into a racial and sexist issue and continuing to call me a white man and my inherent bias, and she's bringing it into race. Meanwhile, the referee, who was not white, he was a Spanish man. His last name was Ramos. But these people are accusing him of being, well, some people are accusing him of being sexist when I don't think that's the case. I think, you know, as a human being, he does not have to stand there and allow another human being to talk down to him like that. So he handled the situation differently. They're saying that he's sexist and the sport of tennis is sexist because when men do this, they don't get penalized, which is not true. John McEnroe oftentimes had to pay fines and deal with other issues from his antics on the court. It was always a controversial moment with him. He receives plenty of criticism from people for just basically being a jerk. Now here's Serena Williams, and she was having a little moment of being a jerk, and now she has to pay the price for it. I think it's very fair. You act up, and you have to pay the penalty for it. She acted up with the wrong ref who wasn't having that, and he decided he's going to uphold the laws, the rules of the tennis game. And that's it. It's the most fairest system. You know, just because one tennis player gets to misbehave and the judge let that person slide doesn't mean the next one will. So this clearly isn't an issue of race or gender or anything like that. Let's just go to first cause principle. What led to this event? What led to this event was Serena Williams' behavior. Her behavior led to what followed next. She will be wrong in that aspect. She will always be wrong for having bad behavior because obviously behavior has consequences. In this case, her bad behavior had consequences that affected her match, which I believe she was going to lose anyway. I think the other girl was really having a strong match, a strong day, and good for her. I mean, you know, she won. She won. So, but this has nothing to do with race or anything like that, or sexuality or anything. This is strictly a situation where a person was misbehaving. So just remember, always go to first cause. No matter what news you hear you know, you have to understand that there's a reason that leads to another reason that leads to another reason. So it's like Serena Williams, you know, receives a penalty, a point reduction, a fine, or whatever it is. Well, there's a reason why. They didn't just give it to her because she's a black woman or because they just wanted to give it to her. Why did they give her a fine, a penalty, or points reduction, or whatever? Why? There's a reason for it. In this case, it was her behavior. Then you could say, okay, well, why did she behave like this? And she felt things weren't going her way, and what was going on in the match, and she was losing. The other girl was outperforming her for the match, and she got a little frustrated, and it happens, and you know, it's just, you know, like I said in the last video about Serena Williams, that, you know, she's a professional. You know, she'll get through it. It is what it is. You know, it happens. We all get frustrated from time to time. I don't hold that against her. She paid the penalty for her actions, which I believe that, you know, time served, and that's it, pretty much. So, but my main concern, like I said, is people that will take this and turn this into a racism or sexism situation when it's not. It's first cause. It was her behavior. So once you establish something like that, everything that follows now follows from that. Everything else is determined by that first cause that led the chain of events. So once you get to the beginning, that's what set everything off, and that's the culprit of all of the events to follow that beginning, that first event. So in this case, it's Serena Williams' behavior on the court. It's not her skin color or her gender or anything like that. So, I mean, I hope that makes sense to everybody out there. Now, I'm going to go back and continue my argument. Well, maybe, I don't know, this woman seems a little like a crackpot. I might just have to back out of this one because nobody wins in an argument against a unreasonable person. So I might have to just block the notification and just move on. I'll decide what I'm going to do. But that's all I got for you today. Thank you very much for listening. Please subscribe, leave a comment at the bottom, hit that bell somewhere, hit the like button, hit the dislike button. You know, reply to me if you would like a video reply from me. Just ask me a question. I have more than enough time on my hands. Like I keep saying in most of my videos, that there's not a lot of traffic on this channel, so I can always make a video response to you. If you would like to make a video response to me, that'll be pretty cool too. You can make a video, tag me in it, and we can go back and forth responding to each other through videos. I think that'll be pretty awesome and a lot of fun. So I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.